Good morning. It's your girl, Becky D, live in the morning. We're live 7 days a week, 7 a.m. I had some time to think the other day, and I was like, why am I doing 7 days a week? Like, why do I keep pushing myself and, trying to keep up with it? But I had to put it in terms like this for myself, okay? If I don't keep at it, if I don't give myself that challenge of doing one every day, then I would probably just really not put my all into it like I do now. I would probably not try to be the best at it that I try to be right now. And I would really probably not care and be as passionate. So I had to really think about that, okay? There's a reason why you do what you do, and you have to figure out why you're doing it. So definitely keep that in mind over the next few days, the next few months, or however the case may be, of, why do you do what you do? And you should, know why you do what you do. You should have a purpose and a plan and know that, what you're doing it for you, and you're doing it for a specific cause. For me personally, like I always say, it's just things when I feel like I need motivation and I just feel like it's not really there for me, and I just felt like I should be what I want, and I should be that for other people too. And so that's why I do what I do. And so that's why I really want to focus on communication, because somebody I know, I'm not even gonna name names, but when they listen to it, they automatically know I'm talking about them. So I'm getting a little aggressive right now, because they have a habit of saying, you know what I'm saying. And I laughed the first few times, because I'm like, okay, you don't have to keep saying that. Like, I will let you know if I don't understand what you're saying. That's my communication level. That's my communication style. But it's like she didn't realize it, or she thought I was playing. And so she would keep asking. And I was like, no, you gotta, if I do not understand, I will let you know. Okay? So that is why on today, we're going to focus really hard on the different types of communication styles. Because hers is very much different than mine. Me, the only time I'll say, do you understand what I'm saying, is when it's really hard to get a thought across, and you done try to give an example and you still see that confusion on their face. That's appropriate. Not every time you give me something. That's not when you need to say it, okay? So, let's see here. The 4 different types of communication styles, okay? So we have, just going off of one of the websites that I use, I can post links and stuff. Like I said, I'll be posting links and more information about everything. We have the director, the relator, the socializer, as well as the thinker. I like to think I'm a thinker sometimes. But let's talk about the director, okay? The director really wants small talk and gets down to the business, all right? That's the more stern person, the person who's really geared towards everything. He's like, hey, or she. It's typically a guy though. It's like, hey, this is what it is, this is what it ain't gonna be, and let's work on that, all right? It's more times you'll find them being a boss, CEO, or something like that, because they're so used to being short and getting straight down to the business part of things. They are, probably really well trained in that department of how just being short and precise. A relator is very warm and inviting, and they focus on their feelings, okay? So they for people to focus on their feelings that they're talking to, and so they're those would be the ones. And I don't want to kind of say the hippie type mentality, but it's kind of a good mixture in between. So those are the people who are just I understand where you're coming from. They can relate to you. It's legit in the name. And, I just understand you had a really hard time, and that, so it'll be those type of people. You understand? Like her. And then you have the socializer. They love to take time to build a relationship and socialize with others. So socialize is just what it is. A socializer loves to have those relationships. I am a huge socializer, okay? I can be a director when I need to, but I am a very, very huge socializer. I love to like take the time and build those relationships, because I understand that everyone's like communication and relationship styles and love languages are completely different from mine. So I have to understand that, you know, I need to get to know you first. I need to build this relationship before we go anywhere. And then you have the thinker. The thinker goes slow and wants time and space to think things through. Okay, so that's a person who's just sitting there like, all right, you've given me a lot of information. Can I get back to you in 2 to 3 business days? The thinker and I sometimes do not get along. Like, I'm the type of person, I have to think on the go. And like, if you let me think about it too long, 9 times out of 10 with the way my memory works sometimes, I've probably already forgotten. So it's best to, you know, to hit me beforehand. So I've given you all 4. You can think about it. Like I said, I'll post links, pictures, whatever else I need to do, and like give more descriptions and like, you know, links to quizzes so you can better understand and perfect your communication style. Now, with that, it does not mean, okay, it does not mean that you are just one style. Me personally, I am the mixture of the first 3. I'm a director, a socializer, as well as a relator. But the thing is, I'm not all 3 at one time. I know when to be one of my communication styles. And again, something that you have to find, something that you have to dig deep into and understand, and you can expound more on it and be like, wow, like, since I'm such a director with my communication style, I'm short, I'm straight to the point, I'm about my business, I need to be understanding that a lot of people may not have understood what I was trying to say because they thought I was just trying to be mean or a bully. Okay, and that's what a lot of people think, because, you know, you got people who are just like, all right, y'all, come on, you know, stop all the playing. And realistically, they're not playing. They're just processing everything that you've just told them. And a lot of times we don't understand that the things that we want to say are clear in our head and sometimes come out all jumbled up out of our mouths. Okay. So that's something that we really have to focus on. So just like, if you're more of a relator, be careful, because sometimes the relators, when you know, because you're talking to people, you're like, oh my gosh, I so understand where you're coming from. I've been through a similar situation myself. That is dangerous. Okay, people love to abuse it. Oh my gosh, they do. And a lot of those people with those type of communication styles, they are 9 times out of 10 very nice, caring, loving people. 9 times out of 10, now, you know, sometimes, you know, they're not, but your personality matches up well with it. And that's another thing you'll find out too, is that your personality is like spot on with your communication style. And next thing you'll be like, wow, that's crazy. You're like, yeah. So the way you communicate has a lot to do with your personality. Look, I can't even talk. They intertwine with each other, and they make you. Like, legit, yesterday I had a prime example of a communication error, and that's what I'm gonna call it. It was a complete communication error, because the guy wasn't listening. He was not listening at all. Okay, he asked me what number seat was it right there, and you know, and he was pointing, and I was like, well, your seat is over there. But he was more focused on the seat right here. And I was like, but that's not your seat. Your seat is over there. Like, you know, like, so he wasn't listening, and it caused a big scene. It caused chaos. And like, the lady that was close by, she just looked at me and she was like, why was that so difficult? And I looked back at her and I said, ma'am, because he wasn't listening. Okay? Again, yesterday I said that it's important that you listen. I don't care if all I'm asking you to do is to say your ABCs as long as you listen to me, because I may have told you to skip a letter. Okay, so I mean, did the guy complain the whole time because he thought the seat number? Yeah, okay, but that ain't got nothing to do with me. My thing was, he wouldn't listen to what I was saying. Okay, I really wanted to pull up a map and be like, no, when you bought your tickets and these tickets right here, like, this is where it's at. Like, we can't make it up. How can you think something's someplace else unless you completely bought the wrong side? Like, y'all, if y'all ever go to a concert or a basketball game or any ticketed event and you like have assigned seating, definitely pay attention to where you bought it at on the map, and then don't get shocked when you get there. Okay, I go to concerts and whatnot, and it's just like really funny when they act shocked, like, oh, I thought I was sitting on the other side. Really? 9 times out of 10, especially when you use Ticketmaster, they have the stage labeled, so like, all I'm saying is his communication failure was when he decided not to listen, and then that caused him to communicate a lot of things that he felt and that he thought to be 100% completely wrong, and it caused a bigger outburst than it should have ever been. So that's why I'm stressing so hard on communication, because just every day we need it, and we need to teach our kids how to communicate, especially our feelings. We need to really stress that. Okay. The thinkers, I don't have much to say on the thinkers, just because I'm not the type of person that just sit there and think on things that long. And if I do, it'll drive me crazy. It really will. And then, like I said, 2 days later, I done completely forgot. And I'm just like, wasn't I thinking about something? So, you really, really got to just pick and choose those battles, okay? So, your communication styles, there's more styles out there. This is just 4 of them, okay? And you'll see that a lot of them with the different titles, they're really interrelated and they're like very similar, but there's slight differences, okay? So I didn't want to talk about like all of them in the world in one podcast. That's crazy, all right? Because then you want to listen tomorrow, okay? Or the next day, or the day after that. So I'll make sure I'm giving you, again, concise information so that you can process it if you're a thinker, or if you could go ahead and just relate it to yourselves right now, and then you can start applying it on the same day, all right? But one thing that I do want to communicate to you right now is how much that I truly and dearly love you and appreciate everything that you all have done for me and that you continue to do for me. If nobody else in the world ever tells you that they love you, just know that you're loved deeply by me, and that you all are awesome people in the world. You all will be awesome communicators, as you all are already great lovers, okay? And not that type of lovers. I mean, like, you love other people. As always, my name is Becky D with Becky D in the Morning, and it has been an honor for me to bless your eardrums at 7 a.m. for 7 days a week for a month now. All right, y'all. So you all have a wonderful, wonderful day today. Go and tell somebody you love them, and make sure it's communicated well. I will talk with you all tomorrow morning.